Good, huh? Like being in your shoes. Would you?
Yeah.
Not even like average.
Yeah.
Above average. All kinds of stuff.
Yeah, that's
There's
it.
that report.
Okay.
From the other night. Actually, here's another one.
Oh, yeah, I'll take two, sure.
Well, I can't read.
I know.
There was not many pictures. That's what I read.
All right, good evening, everyone. At 6:30, would you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge of allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, roll call, Councilman Vicarello.
Jason Vicarello, First Ward Councilman, present.
Colin O'Connell, First Ward Councilman, present.
Maria Mazzara, Second Ward Council, present.
Michael Hockenberry, Councilman at Large, present.
Dominic Seclese, Mayor, present.
Jeffrey Rhodes, Third Ward Council, present.
Gerald Oney, Third Ward Councilman, present.
Jacqueline Dennison, Fourth Ward Council, present.
Stan Siegel, Fourth Ward Councilman, present.
William Frank, Corporation Council, present.
Okay, we have no public hearings on the agenda tonight. We have no presentations on the agenda tonight. Public comment, 5-minute limit per person.
Take your time, everyone.
Seeing none, I'd like to entertain a motion to enter into executive session. I would like to invite the fire chiefs tonight. This is on section 105.1F personnel for the fire department.
So moved. Second.
Councilman Rhodes, second by Councilman at Large Hockenberry. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Or just not an enemy, that's all.
That would be clear, right?
There'll be some keys.
Yeah, I always go.
There's a lady there giving her husband crap.
Yeah, they're all.
Young guy, sounds so. You got it right? No one's gonna see you.
Yeah. No, it's fine. You gotta play. Keep in mind, it doesn't work too well.
My doctor said just continue doing what you were doing. Try to get around. Try to get around. Did your daughter tell you I came to see you about the tourist?
We're not locked out, we're just all standing around.
Nobody has a key?
I don't know what's going on. There should be 10 sets of keys.
I think he's a big time operator. He lives in Sparrows now, but he's been in the theater business for years.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to enter back into regular session.
Motion.
Second.
Councilman O'Connell, second by Councilman Rhodes. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Approval of minutes, October 14, 2025, Common Council meeting minutes.
Motion to approve.
Councilman Lawrence Hockenberry,
Second.
second by Councilman Oni. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Executive session material. Councilman Rhodes?
I'd like to make a motion for membership of Todd Kowinski to Tri-State Host Company number 6.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilman Rhodes. We have a second by Councilwoman Dennison.
Roll call, Mayor.
Councilman Vicarello.
No.
Councilman O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Mazzara.
No.
Councilman Hockenberry.
Yes.
Councilman Rhodes.
Yes.
Councilman Oni.
Yes.
Councilwoman Dennison.
Yes.
Councilman Siegel.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Regular business. Code, Councilman Vicarello.
Thank you, Mayor. Code meeting has not met since our last council meeting. The only code stuff that we've had to really take care of was we have had meetings about the, safety of 29 Jersey Avenue, the building on the corner of Fowler and Jersey Avenue. The brick facade is in bad shape. We have engineers and architects, they should be starting work there this week. So we had to barricade it off a little better. We asked for the public's help with this. If there's barricades around an area, it means don't go in there. So please, don't move the barricades and then go sit on the front steps of a condemned building. It's not a safe idea. Our next meeting will be November 5th at 6:30 here in the council chambers. And I guess it comes under code for my acre residents. The huge compressor that runs all day long, 7 days a week, they should be done with that this week, and we'll be taking it out. So all that noise over in the acre, it should cease hopefully by the end of the week with weather pertaining.
Good for them.
And that's all I have under code.
All right, police committee.
Under the police committee, we met on October 15th. Discussed grants that we've gotten and that we're applying for, an officer replacement plan, a car replacement plan. And the police department would like to announce that last Thursday, October 16th, our newest officer, Officer Eric Hunter, graduated the Orange County Chiefs Police Academy with the highest standards, and he will be starting his field training tomorrow. So we welcome him to the city of Port Jervis, so if you see him out there, welcome him. And the next police committee meeting will be November 20th at 6 p.m.
Okay, thank you, sir. Planning, zoning, recreation, Councilman O'Connell.
Thank you, Mayor. Planning last met on October 21st. There was a public hearing for 77 Fowler Street for a special use permit for a cannabis dispensary. During the hearing, many concerns were brought up, including proximity to child care facilities, parking issues, and the possibility of it negatively affecting neighboring businesses. The public hearing will be extended to the next planning board meeting. There were also two pre-submissions, one for 31 Pike Street and also one for 255, 257 East Main Street. That will be extended to the next planning board meeting. Planning will next meet on November 18th at 7 p.m. in the council chambers. Zoning has not met since our last meeting. The next meeting for November was canceled due to no agenda. I will announce the next zoning meeting at the next council meeting. Youth recreation update. The youth center is now open under its school schedule hours. Hours are Monday through Thursday, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. and Friday, 2 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. The youth center is is having a Halloween costume party for students in grades 6, 7, 8 this Thursday, October 30th, between 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The first Big Orange 10-mile run, 10K walk, was held on Sunday, October 19th, 2025, this year. More than 100 runners and walkers participated, and the race was a tremendous success. Thank you to Mayor Sickles, PJPD, PJDPW, PG Ambulance Corps, and the Port Jervis High School students, as the many volunteers that made this race a success. The Fall Little Chefs program at the Youth Center started this past Saturday, October 25th. This 5-week class is for students aged 10 to 13. Classes will run every Saturday morning until November 22nd. The Youth Center is having a Halloween costume party for middle school students in grades 6, 7, and 8 on Thursday, October 30th, between 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The rec department is holding a fall cleanup at Veterans Park on Saturday, November 8th at 10 a.m. We're cleaning the park up in preparation of the Veterans Day parade on November 11th. This is a great community service event for students. The next Recreation Commission meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, November 12th at 6:15 p.m. in the Youth Center. That's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Tourism, Councilwoman Mazzara.
Thank you, Mayor. The annual Chris Kindle Market will be held on Sunday, November 30th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. downtown. Vendor applications are available at the city clerk's office as well as on the city's website. The deadline for participation is October 30th. You may also email Tourism Chair Laura Meyer at floralaurapj@yahoo.com. The next tourism meeting will be held on Wednesday, November 12th at 6:30 p.m. here in the council chambers. This year marks the 10th annual Kuchar Kids Shoe Drive, a tribute to Joseph Kuchar, who made and repaired shoes with master skills for over 40 years in his Port Jervis establishment. The shoe drive represents the good and generous hearts of the members of the community and honors the memory of Mr. Kuchar. New footwear is now being accepted. The drop-off location is at the Gun Lady located at 41 Front Street. All donations should be made by December 16th. Shoes will be distributed to those that are in need. And that's all I have. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Fire and Emergency Management, Councilman Rhodes.
Thank you, Mayor. The fire department would like to consideration of updating their bylaws. Everything was sent to Will, and he gave them those things that need to be changed and approved. So I make a motion that we accept their bylaw changes for the fire department.
Second. Motion by Councilman Rhodes, second by Councilman Siegel. Any discussion on fire department bylaw updates?
I went through them all with the chief.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
And the next emergency management meeting will be November 17th at 6:30 here in the council chambers.
Okay. CDA, Councilwoman, or student. IDA, ADA, and Finance, Councilman Owen.
IDA and ADA, nothing to report. Finance, we have bills to be paid. General fund, $360,589. Water fund, $7,117. Sewer fund, $52. Capital fund, $72,444. And trust and agency, $2,335. That's the only one that was a whole number. I skipped a cent on all the others. The clerk treasurer's like, that's not the exact amount. For a total of $442,538.46. Some of the larger bills, general water and sewer funds, New York State employees' health insurance was $305,899. CSEA benefit, $8,348. Main Pool and Supply Company, $52.97. Global Montello Group, $8,651. Out of the Capital Fund, Dick's Concrete, $413. Ramboll America's Engineering, $62,025. Sauce Truck Maintenance, $4,875. And gridless power for $5,131. And I make a motion that we pay the bills.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Oni, second by Councilman Rhodes. Any discussion on the bills? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Mayor, I have a resolution of the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis authorizing the clerk treasurer to seek real property tax exemptions for properties located within the town of Deer Park utilized to operate the city's water system. Whereas the City of Port Jervis is the owner of real property in the town of Deer Park, County of Orange, identified on the tax map as follows. The list of the properties are there. Whereas the above real property is devoted solely to public use and part of the city-owned water system as the sites for water wells, treatment plant, chlorinator, associated equipment, and watershed. And whereas New York State real property tax law provides the authority for each taxing district in which municipally owned property used in such manner is located to grant a whole exemption from real property taxes levied by the taxing district. And whereas such exemption of the City of Port Jervis water supply site, real property would provide a direct and immediate benefit for the taxpayers and water users of the city, and would enhance real property ownership, encourage industrial and commercial development, and exemplify a spirit of intermunicipal cooperation between the County of Orange and the city. Now, therefore, it is hereby resolved that the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis, on behalf of the city, its taxpayers, water system users, and citizens, hereby petitions the County of Orange and the Town of Deer Park to grant a full exemption from state, county, and town real property taxes commencing for calendar year 2027 for the parcels of real property identified above, and any additional properties as may be identified for which an exemption may be appropriate. And it is further resolved that the mayor and city corporation council are authorized to attend such meetings of the Orange County legislature and committees thereof as may be appropriate to aid and assist in the deliberations and this petition by the governmental body. And I'll make that a motion.
Second.
Second by Councilman Rhodes. Any discussion on the exemptions? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
And that's all I have, Mayor.
All right, thank you. CDA, Councilwoman Dennison?
Thank you, Mayor. Port Jervis CDA last met on October 22nd, 2025, on the second floor of the rec center. Under Section 8, HUD has moved the implementation of its new inspection protocols from October 1st, 2025 to February 1st, 2027. The Delaware River Basin Commission has a public comment session on its Water Resources Resilience Plan, open until November 1st. However, due to the government shutdown currently, the FEMA website is inaccessible. As a result, the acceptance deadline for the FEMA Assistance to Firefighters Grant of $533,087 for the purchase of SCBAs has been extended to November 24th, 2025. The next Port Jervis CDA meeting is scheduled for November 19th at 7 p.m. on the second floor of the rec center. And that's all I have.
All right, thank you. Housing Veterans, PJTV 23, Councilman Siegel.
Thank you, Mayor. This is gonna be a shortened version.
Wow.
We'll be the judge of that.
Is it really? Or?
Yeah.
The next meeting of the Housing Authority will be held on November 18th at 6 p.m. at Hillside Terrace. The Senior Club of Port Jervis meets on the second and fourth Wednesday of each month at 1 p.m. at VFW 161. Veterans information, Veterans Day Parade will be Tuesday, November 11th. Lineup will be at the Gray Parker Funeral Home. Lineup is at 9:30. Steps off at 10:30, and there's a ceremony at Orange Square at 11 o'clock. And I'm gonna repeat those times so there's less confusion this year than other years. The lineup is at 9:30 a.m. It steps off at 10:30 a.m. Also, the VA disability cost of living adjustment increase for 2026 will be 2.8%. It goes in effect on December 1st and will be reflected in the January 26 payments. PJTV 23, meets on the third Thursday of each month, right here at 5:30 p.m. Early elections are ongoing until November the 2nd at Engine 4 Firehouse on Owen Street. Election day is November 4th at your regular polling places. An inspirational quote of the day in recognition of Election Day, and I have two.
Oh, it's a treat tonight.
The vote is precious. It is almost sacred. It is the most powerful, nonviolent tool we have in our democracy. And that was by John Lewis. And the second one is, we do not have a government by majority. We have a government by majority of those who participate. And that was Thomas Jefferson. And that's why I thank you very much.
All right, thanks, Dan. DPW, Councilman at Large Hodgkin.
Thank you, Mayor. Not gonna be as quick as the last one. Garbage recycling and paper pickup for the week of October 27th will be on its normal schedule. For the week of November 3rd, it will also be on its normal schedule. 2025 garbage schedule is available at the city's website, www.portriversny.gov, or by emailing the DPW office at dpwclerk@portriversny.gov. Instructions on how to receive Nixles notifications were sent out with your last water bill. Sign up to receive those notifications. They do give out a lot of information as to where the city's doing things and any change in the garbage schedule. Compost piles now open Saturday, 7:15 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. for Port Jervis residents only. Dump tickets are available at household bulk waste at the city clerk's office. Bag leaves and tied brush will be picked up every Monday until complete. All leaves must be in biodegradable bags. Loose leaf pickup will start November 3rd in all wards. Next meeting, we haven't met since our last meeting, which was the beginning of October. Our next meeting is scheduled for November 3rd at 6 o'clock p.m. in the council chambers. I have a couple of resolutions. Resolution of the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis adopting an updated anti-discrimination plans with respect to the city's Dial-A-Ride program. Whereas Title IV of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 prohibits discrimination on the basis of race, color, or national origin in programs and activities receiving federal financial assistance, specifically Title IV provided that no person in the United States shall, on the ground of race, color, or national origin, be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subjected to discrimination under any program or activity receiving federal financial assistance. Now therefore, it is hereby resolved by the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis hereby adopts the attached Port Jervis DAR Title IV plan for the City of Port Jervis Dial-A-Ride program, and is further resolved that copies of the aforesaid plans be distributed to each city employee and official that is subject to this policy. I'll make a motion to adopt that Title IV policy.
Second.
Second by Councilman O'Connell. Title VI.
Title VI. I do that.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Second resolution of the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis authorizing the Executive Director of the Port Jervis Community Development Agency to solicit proposals for design, engineering, and construction management services to enhance the streetscape along Jersey Avenue. Whereas the City of Port Jervis has determined that it is in the best interest of the city to engage a qualified firm to provide professional design, engineering, permitting, and construction management or oversight services to enhance the streetscape on both sides of Jersey Avenue from Fowler Street to Cole Street to provide accessibility and traffic calming improvements, accommodations of pedestrians and bicyclists, and pedestrian scale streetlights as part of the city's downtown revitalization initiative. Whereas it is necessary to solicit proposals to aforesaid services to ensure that the city selects the most qualified person or firm to provide such services. Now therefore, let it hereby be resolved that the Common Council hereby authorizes and directs the Executive Director of the Port Jervis Community Development Agency and her designee to solicit proposals, bids from interested parties to provide the above described design, engineering, permitting, and construction management or oversight services. And it is further resolved that the director shall therefore report back to the Common Council with the results of said proposal submissions. Make a motion to.
Second.
Second by Councilman Piccirillo. Any discussion on DRI Jersey Avenue Streetscape RFP? I just gotta add a little into this. As the public may be aware, that this was a DRI initiative funded award, was the Jersey Avenue Streetscape. It was looking a couple months ago that we were all ready, in fact, to begin this bid process probably towards the end of the year into the beginning of next year, with hopes that we would start the project sometime in spring. To our DPW director's credits, they did in fact have this on their schedule, and we received a little bit of bad news probably about a couple weeks ago from the state saying we're probably going to push this DRI project and the other projects back a year to 2 years. Truth be told, that's unacceptable. It's time that we start beginning these DRI projects. The council, myself, our staff, we received any inquiries on this DRI, and we communicated back to the state in so many words that this was unacceptable and we need to get moving on this. And after a few discussions, we were able to actually move the whole process up. And that's why we are now that's why we are now voting on the RFP, and in a few moments we're going to vote on the seeker for the project too. This will hopefully ensure that once we get the bidding process out with the consultants to the engineers, that our Department of Public Works can begin the site work, hopefully in April to May, and the project can then commence after that, after the site work is done. So I want to thank Councilman at Large Hockenberry. I want to thank Valerie Majinski, our Community Development Agency Director, as well as our DPW Director, Steve Jurier, and Wayne Addy, the Assistant DPW Director. This was put together in a very short amount of time, which meant that everybody had to be on board and everybody had to be able to move quickly, and we did just that. I'd also like to thank our Corporation Counsel, Will Frank. He was involved from the beginning on all these steps, reviewing all these documents, and they literally got dumped on his desk about a week or two ago, so thank you, Will. So that's where we're at with this, and there will be more updates to come. So thank you, everyone. Seeker.
Please take a vote.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? That motion carries. I got so caught up in the background that I forgot to vote. Yeah, good thing you're here. That will.
Resolution of the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis declaring lead agency status under the State Environmental Quality Review Act for the Jersey Avenue Streetscape Enhancement Project. Whereas, as part of the City of Port Jervis Downtown Revitalization Initiative DRI program, the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis intends to transform Jersey Avenue into a welcoming gateway into downtown Port Jervis by creating a cohesive look and feel along the entire length of the street and improving the accessibility, safety, and appearance of the streetscape for the businesses and residents along the upper portion of Jersey Avenue. The city previously improved the lower portion of Jersey Avenue in the downtown core by replacing sidewalks and installing high visibility stamped crosswalks and flashing beacons. This DIR project will expand upon the work already completed. Now therefore, it is hereby resolved as follows. 1, the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis hereby authorizes the appropriate city officials to execute any and all documents necessary to continue with the grant process pursuant to the Downtown Revitalization Initiative grant in connection with the Jersey Avenue Streetscape Enhancement Project and Design. Designates Valerie Majinski, Director of Port Jervis Community Development Agency, by the grant certifying officer and principal point of contact for the project. 2, in accordance with the provisions of 617-6 of the regulations implementing the New York State Environmental Quality Review Act, the Common Council hereby determines that the aforementioned proposed project is an action subject to SEQRA regulations. The Common Council, 3. Common Council preliminarily, classifies the aforementioned action as unlisted pursuant to the SEQRA regulations. 4, the Common Council determines that it is and will be the lead agency with respect to the consideration, review, and determination of insignificance of the proposed action pursuant to the SEQRA regulations and any other applicable regulations if necessary, and will undertake a coordinated review of the project. 5, the appropriate city official shall notify all interested and involved agencies of the city's intent to to act as the lead agency hereunder. And that, I will make a motion to adopt this resolution.
Second by Councilman O'Connor, Connell. That actually wasn't on purpose. That wasn't personal.
Well, would you like to interject or anything on the seeker, or will?
I think it's fairly self-explanatory. The seeker regulations require us to declare lead agency in order to proceed with the project, undertake any necessary environmental review, which our engineering team will assist us with. And once that's done, we will be able to hopefully, and I'm sure we'll be able to issue what's called the negative declaration under seeker that these projects, including Jersey Avenue, enhancing the streetscape, will certainly have no adverse environmental impacts in the city, and it will probably, more than likely, we expect it to have positive environmental impacts in terms of, visual and safety and things of that nature. Thank you.
Okay, thank you all. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
That is all I have, thank you, Mayor.
All right, thank you, sir. Welcome, Mayor, correspondence. I have under the special event permit application, this is for a landlord authorization form for temporary liquor permits. This is for the Chris Kindle Mart, and these are two returning vendors, Cocktails and Cannolis, and Big Eddie Brewery. I'll entertain a motion.
Second.
Councilman Rhodes, second by Councilman O'Connell. Any discussion? All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries. I have a application for a public assembly permit. This is from the Actors Community Theater Group, LLC, who was here last year. They are going to be putting on a theater presentation. They would like to put on a theater presentation at the Port Jervis Community Center, and the dates would run December 5th through 7th, 2025.
Make a motion.
And
Second.
Councilman Lawrence Hockenberry, second by Councilman Rose. They do have their necessary insurance included with this. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. I would like to publicly thank Senator Skoufis. This week, the police department and my office was notified. Senator Skoufis granted us a third round of SNUG grant money, and this was for $100,000. And we certainly appreciate that, and that money does go a long way for violence education, training, overtime, everything all encompassed, and we appreciate that. This is the third round that he's given the city. Lastly, I just want to piggyback off of Councilman Vicarello. Last Thursday, I had the privilege of going to the Orange County Police Chiefs Association Police Academy graduation, where we had one candidate who's now a police officer, Eric Hunter, graduate from the academy, and I would like to wish him a safe, long career here, and good luck. All right, entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Councilman Lawrence Hackberry, second by Councilman Siegel. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
I know.
Should I say 3,000 words?